Can we just look at each other and just talk?
Yeah, we just talk
Yeah.
to each other. Welcome back to another session of WeChats. Well, welcome to WeChats. This is an opportunity for you to kind of be a fly on the wall on some of the conversations that Ellie and I have.
Let's just keep going there with me, that was fine.
So welcome back to another session of WeChats, and today we're going to be talking about profit. And the reason we're talking about profit today is because we've had a really interesting conversation, or a few interesting conversations with our sons who both doing business, or two of them are doing business this year, and they did a market day at school which involved us having to buy some groceries so that they could make brownies and other bits and pieces. They came home telling us that they'd made all of this amount of profit, and we went, great, when do we get our money back for all of the ingredients that we bought? And they looked at us really strangely and went, that doesn't make sense to us, why would we do that? And so we've been trying to explain to them that, you know, you have to pay back your suppliers, and that profit is not sales.
So profit basically is your sales or turnover less your expenses gives you your profit. So one of the things that we talked about with our boys was that they were saying, look at the sales that we made, look at the profit we made. We go, no, sales is not profit. And so we try to explain to them, you know, that there are these costs involved, and that once you get your sales, you minus whatever you spend on those costs, that gives you a true profit. So I think one of the boys ended up being in negative.
We came home with $80 and we went, hold on a second, the amount of ingredients that we spent was about $90, and actually you lost $10.
So I guess for us in business, I think it's really important that we look at the profitability of business.
Yeah.
When you go into business, you're earning a lot more income the majority of the time, but you don't realise that there is expenses that you have to take into account. And so once you've taken those expenses, then it gives you a true value of what you're actually doing in business. And a lot of the clients, there's been a lot of clients that we've talked to, once we've run their financials through our firm, we've actually seen that they haven't made any profit, and that they were of the mind that they were doing really well, but they were actually losing money. So it's really important that you actually go and see an accountant and go through your books so you can see exactly what your costs and what you're actually making out of your business, whether it is worthwhile.
I mean, we have spoken before about going into business to make money. So you don't go into business to make a loss. You should really go into business to make money. And making money is profit, it's not sales. So you can be selling, $1 million worth of stuff, but if you're after your expenses, you're actually losing money, then that's not necessarily a viable business. Now, usually businesses lose money in the first few years anyway, or many do. And sometimes that's just the way business rolls. While you get it underway and you get all of your, you get all your purchases, your processes and all that sort of stuff in place. But generally, what you'd like to see is a bit of a curve. So I'm just making the curve. And so your business won't be making so much money, but you'll get to a point where then you start to make money and your profit starts to go up. If you're not seeing that trend, then you need to probably start looking at your business a bit better. And that's when an accountant actually can be quite good, because we can sit down and have a look at whether we can make your expenses a little bit leaner, whether we can look at increasing your profits, to help you increase your profits. Or whether maybe it's just not a viable business and maybe you should be looking at other directions. So in order to make profit though, increasing your sales doesn't always increase your profits. If you are not selling a particular product or service at a profit, it doesn't matter how many of those you sell, you will still make a loss. In fact, the more of those you sell, the more loss you are going to make. So it is really important that you have a look at what the cost of your product or your service is, and making sure that you're putting a margin on top of that so that you are having a profit.
Sure.
Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fabulous.